Yo, what's going on, everybody, man? It's your boy, This Wavy Taylor, man, back again for another episode of Ghetto Gospel Podcast. I know it's been a minute, you feel me? I'm gonna skip all the introductions, you feel me? But if you like what you see, leave a like for the G's. If you love me, you care, comment and share and subscribe. You already know the vibes, man. Today, special guest, man. I'm gonna let him introduce himself.
What's good? What's good? It's Marz Money, Flatbush, Brooklyn, your own.
Yes.
That's the word.
That's the word, bro. Listen, man, happy to have you here. We supposed to do this for a minute, though, for real. It's been a
Definitely.
minute. You know what I'm saying? Listen, first things first, we gonna get the little introduction out the way. So for the people who don't know, who's Marz Money? Where's Marz Money from? What do you do? And why did you start doing it?
Well, my name is Marz Money. I'm from Flatbush, Brooklyn, and I rap. I'm a graphic designer, writer, and podcaster, influencer, hood nigga, whatever you want to call it. Wrap it all in one. I wear many hats, but for the most part, I just like an artist that just trying to like promote the hood, my block. That's how it all started. You feel me? Like just doing music, and I just was one of them kids that just wanted to like let everybody know where I'm from, and that's how I just started rapping, and then I got into just being a creative, doing artwork, graphic design, and everything from there. So
What's up, bro?
that's how
All right, so what made you want to start rapping, though, and who influenced you?
I could say that the way I wanted to, what made me start rapping is like hearing Jay-Z and Rockefeller records, State Property, Beanie Siegel, Young Chris, and all of them on Hot 97, like in the early 2000s.
Oh, that freestyle, yeah.
That freestyle session, and Jay-Z kept saying, he's only 16, he's only 16. And at that time, I was around that age, so I felt Young Chris, and I was like, yo, I want to rap. I want, like he was talking, and the shit he was saying, I felt like, yo, I could do that, and that would made me want to rap. And my whole thing was to just rap my block, and rep the hood. That was my whole thing about rapping. You know what I mean? Expressing myself and shit like that.
That's real. So you started rapping what year?
Shit, that shit was like 04. 04. Word. That's probably when I first started rapping. 03, 04.
Damn, veteran.
Yeah.
So what makes you different from other artists? And if somebody was to first meet you for the first time, what song or album would you recommend them to listen to you, to get to know you as an artist?
To get to know me as an artist, I would tell them to listen to like my first big song, even though it don't represent me exactly. I won't say exactly now, but to say like, oh, okay, I see where the talent is at. I'll tell them to listen to my one of my biggest project, Addressing All Issues. I would tell them to listen to that, and that's what would be my introduction to music. Like, if y'all want to hear how I rhyme, like, go listen to Addressing All Issues.
I see that's a big title for you to this day.
Yeah.
Word. I like that title though, for real. Addressing All, I really like that shit, bro.
Yeah.
So, all right. So Flatbush, what was your childhood like in Flatbush? Childhood, teen years, and young adult years. How was that like for you growing up? Explain to the people who don't know about Flatbush, man.
Well, Flatbush, Brooklyn, is a melting pot of Brooklyn, and it's like a combination of everything. So I don't know. I just really I really love my neighborhood, and I grew up, around the cultural neighborhood. I'm Panamanian. My family is from Panama, and our friends is Jamaican, Haitian, Trini, Guyanese, Bajan, all the islands, and we just mesh. Puerto Rican, Dominican, we just all mesh. So Flatbush kind of have that like what we would call manners and respect. So
not anymore, but
yeah, I'm with you on that. That's a fact. So we kind of that's what I grew up under. That it's like that real New York shit, but just a little Caribbean twist to it.
It's definitely a mix with the New York, the Yankees. That's what they
the
say,
Yankee man them and then the Caribbean.
For sure.
It's definitely a mix. So I grew up around that
sure.
era. So definitely Flatbush is like something to brag about at that time. You know, now things change. Shit getting wilder, YNs.
We don't talk about it.
And social media. But for the most part, definitely, like, I just love my neighborhood, you know? That's what it's about.
So that's a perfect segue. So what do you love about Flatbush? What do you dislike right now about Flatbush?
What I love about Flatbush is the culture. What I dislike right now is what we got away from. We got away from certain things that was known for us, like manners and respect. We kind of like got away from that, you know what I'm saying? And it's not like that real camaraderie that used to be with Flatbush. It's not like that no more. It's kind of a lot of
jealousy, animosity,
backbiting, animosity, chatting, gossip,
snake
shit. But it wasn't like that before. It was a little more
I ain't gonna
together.
lie. You see, my generation, because you know we different generations.
Yeah.
I grew up in Flatbush too, so I feel like it's always been like that, bro. I ain't gonna lie. I never
for
felt.
real?
I'm gonna be real with you. I never felt. Well, let me not say never, but for the most part, not really. I never felt that camaraderie that you talking about. Never. Like where I had to go to Brownsville. Shit. I get love from different hoods more than Flatbush. That's crazy, but that's a different topic. But who's your top 5 artists in Flatbush right now? Or top 3?
Artists?
Top 5. It's hard right now. Cause I had to think about that too. I already know of you.
Damn.
I make music too, but I'm not no crazy for me. But yeah.
Top artists in Flatbush right now?
Not top 5. It could be the top artist too. Yeah.
Damn, that's
you can say yourself
hard.
too, outside of yourself or whatever.
That's hard. But what I would say is the top. I would say, all right, I'm gonna do top 5. Like if somebody asks who's a rapper from Flatbush, I'm gonna name the top 5 people that you should know.
I got a name on top of my head, but go ahead. I'm gonna see if you say it. But
I might not. But as of right now, I'm going on active. I'm not talking about legendary. I'm talking about active.
Yeah,
right now, doing their thing.
Right now.
You know what I'm saying? I'm gonna say me. I'm gonna say Teddy the Don. I'm gonna say Bam Vito. I'm gonna say Fleago, which is Bam Vito partner. I'm gonna say my other T Hope of the Knoxmen. So between Teddy the Don, Fleago, Bam Vito, T Hope, Preston Waters. So I'm gonna that's gonna be my.
That's a good one.
Yeah.
For me, I would say you. I'm gonna say myself. I don't care, man. I'm nice, bro. I don't care. I'm gonna say SPNB Bills.
SPNB Bills, definitely.
Yeah. My son Yazir.
Yazir Beline, that's my guy.
My son Yazir. I would say Preston too. Who else? You see, that's the thing, man. I feel like, let's talk about it. When it comes to Flatbush identity, I feel like that, like you said, the identity is lost. So it's hard. It's hard right now. It's hard to name artists right now. But those are the artists I would say. But I feel like the identity, like niggas don't jack Flatbush the way you jack it. You know what I'm saying? Or like how I would jack it. Or your people, see Hope, the Knoxman Committee. Speaking of the Knoxman Committee, I had a question. So I did research back in the day, right? I see you and the committee brought out Nipsey Hussle to the hood. Like, how was that like? How was Bro's spirit like? Because we never met Nipsey, so it was good that you brought him to the Flatbush on the block on Lennox. That's legendary.
So Nipsey Hussle, what happened was basically he was in the hood because he was in the hood shooting a video. He was in the hood shooting a video, and I got wind that he was in the hood shooting a video. So I'm like, oh shit. So I call the Knoxman like, yo, nigga said Nipsey Hussle in the video in the hood. So what happened was, the reason how we heard about Nipsey is because the dudes from Crown Heights used to push his mixtapes. And one day, a nigga came on the block pushing his mixtape. Bullets Ain't Got No Names, the volume 1, the early shits.
Yeah, remember
the
that.
early shits, you know what I'm saying? So them niggas start pushing, them niggas start so that's how I got wind of him. And then you know Flatbush is a lot of Crips and shit. So you know what I'm saying?
Especially at that time. Yeah.
Especially at that time. And we just took a liking to his music. So one of the homies was shooting a video with him. He locked in with him first. So I come to find out, I say, they say, Nipsey is on Argyle shooting a video. So I'm like, oh shit. So I found out, like, oh shit, he's shooting a video with one of the homies, but the homie, he be doing his own thing, you know what I'm saying? So I'm like, I pulled up, I ran down. So I run down now, I'm like, yo, Nipsey, yo, what up? Yo, I'm a fan. I'm like, yo, I fuck with your music. But I met him before. Actually, I met him prior to that. So I kind of, like, with these rap niggas, you gotta kind of like connect the dots with them. I met you. So I met him as SOBs, like probably a year prior. Networking, basically. So long story short, I ran down on him. I'm like, yo, what up? How much for the da-da-da-da-da-da? He said what he said. I called the guys. Nigga said,
You did it the right way.
Yeah, nigga said, I came on some money shit. He said, well, this is what he said. I said, They say, yo, run it. Yo, I told him pull up. He just followed me. We drove to Nostrand and Linden. Yo, he came to a clothing store. He chopped it up with us. We caught a bottle. We copped a bottle. And then, you know what I mean? Shout out my nigga Benzie, Steelberg, T-Hope, the Knox Men, Bank Boys. We just, once we linked up on in front of the B-Sky clothing line store, we linked up, we copped the bottle, everything. We went straight to the city. We went to the studio. So we went straight to the studio, and it was like magic. Niggas cooked up some fire. He was feeling it. You know, like when you pay somebody to do a session, and it's like, yeah, I'm just gonna do this song. It was a different vibe. He was like,
he really fucked with y'all.
He really fucked with us. You feel me? And the funny thing is that even though they was loc, you know what I'm saying? The Bank Boys was loc. They A-Trade. Nipsey is 60.
That's it.
Even though Nipsey is 60, even though A-Trade, for some reason, even that's a big in West Coast politics, that's a big war. But they linked. It was love. And yo, ever since then, it's been always love with Nipsey Hussle, bro. So from that meeting, from doing that, from us paying for that session, after that, we didn't pay for nothing. And Nipsey was always love with us, hitting us, whatever state we was in, whatever state he was in, it was always love. And he wanted to talk to us about doing all money in East.
Damn,
so he fucked with us. He fucked with us heavy.
So wait. So y'all got Unreleased on the Vault with Nipsey right now?
Yeah, we got Unreleased on the Vault with Nipsey for the reason that I went to jail and T-Hope went to jail. So it wasn't even the music that we had, we wasn't even able to put it out because Hope went to jail first and then I went to prison. So we ain't get a chance to even like put the music together and all that. But Nip, like I seen Nip in 2018 when I came home from prison and right before he got whatever happened to him.
Yeah, long live. Yeah.
I seen Nip and I'm like, yo, Nip, my name is Marz Money. He like,
cuz I know you.
Yeah, like he paused me like, yo, cuz I know you. He sang the song that we have together. Remember, the song is unreleased. He sang the song to me. This is 10 years later. I ain't see him in years. You feel me? I did 7, so I ain't see him in years. So he like, cuz, loose lips, sink sips, bitch. Cause I keep on the clip shit. You could catch me with a chick with blue lipstick, cause I keep on that crip shit. I'm like, yo, this nigga's a real. I'm like, he like, yo, cuz, take my number, deal with my album, and then holla at me. And that was the agreement. And then I called him on Christmas, I called him on New Year's, and then that February, that's when shit happened, bro. But Nip,
Yo, that's a crazy.
Nip's
That's a
solid,
crazy,
bro.
That's a crazy memory right there.
Facts. Nip is solid, bro. That nigga was a real
Wow,
nigga
bro.
to me, bro.
I didn't know that one.
He was a good friend, bro. Good. Anytime he seen, like when I got locked, they was in like DC, they was in North Carolina. Nip would call niggas, yo, I'm out, yo, pull up. And that was good for him, for Knoxman niggas to pull up on him. So he had like an entourage when just coincidentally we was in them cities. So
damn, bro.
He always showed love. He was, yo, man. I always say like, damn, son, if Nip didn't pass away, yo, you know what I mean? Because the line was there. The line, he definitely.
So wait, you still got the record though?
Yeah, we got 2 records with him. We got 2 records with him. We got 2 records with him. And you know, I'm like, you know, the Knoxman shit is still active. Don't get it twisted.
Shout out to Knoxman.
Everything is still active. Shout out to T Hope. Shout out to the Knoxman, Free Stillberg. You know what I'm saying? Everything is still active. You know what I mean? We it is what it is. You know what I mean?
So I ain't gonna lie. One more music business question. That's it. And then we can get to the fuckery. All right, boom. So in all your years making music, right? Like, what's your the biggest thing you learned about the music business? Like, what's one tip you could give a young artist about the music business that you learned over the years?
I'm gonna just speak off what's come first to mind. You know what I'm saying? So like with this music business shit, like this shit is a lot of smoke and mirrors. You know what I'm saying? It's a lot of like gossip involved and all of that. So what I would say for the young boys is like, yo, just make good records, make good music, make good records, and like basically like play dumb. My thing is to play dumb, because if you know too much, they'll try to push you out the way. So I'll say they'll try to. So it's like, yo, make good records, and when they come to you with these propositions, just know what you know what I mean?
Okay.
I'll say, you get what you negotiate. So play dumb and negotiate properly.
So you could basically get in the door. Not getting the door, but like you said, if you act too smart, they're gonna like, oh, he knows too much. Let's back away from the deal altogether. Whereas you could play dumb, get in the deal, and then when it's time, all right, I'm that dude right now. This is what this is what we gotta negotiate. Boom.
Like just making good records and like.
I understand what you're saying.
Yeah, like basically like, you know what I'm saying? Don't just jump on everything, and don't be gullible to the deals that they offer you. Just like play dumb.
Negotiate.
And but make sure you get what you negotiate. So negotiate.
I ain't gonna lie. This brings me back to another topic, right? Nick Blixky, man. I heard he was very pivotal in his career.
Yeah.
Long live Nick Blixky, another one.
Yeah.
Another artist. Yo, I ain't gonna lie. I was bumping his music the other day. Like, Drive the Boat, all the catalog. Bro, he was the one, man. He was the next for Flatbush. Word. He was one of them. He had the image, he had the source, he had the music.
Listen.
So
bro.
Tell me about Nick Blixky, man. Like, tell me about.
So with Nick, you know what I'm saying? He was my little brother mans and shit. He was a young boy, but I watched him grow up. But I went to jail and I came home. He was like, you know what I mean? He was a grown man. He basically was a young man. And I was like, yo, I gotta get a record with him. But you know, these little they beefing, you know, the Brooklyn politics.
Yeah.
But I'm like, yo, fuck that. Like, yo, this little nigga nice. I was doing my thing. I'm like, I gotta get a record with him. So once I did the record with him, I'm like, yo, Nick, let me, you know, Nick, he was like, yo, whatever, Marz. Basically, long story short, I gave him a little pointers and it worked in his favor. And I did the record with him and I worked it with him and I showed him little shit. And he was like, yo, Marz, I fuck with you, bro. Whatever you want to do to help me with my shit, let's go. So I used to see the clout he was getting. I'm like, yo, who you fuck with? Who you signed to? Who you this, who you that? Long story short, I kind of like, I got in tune with his situation and I just got on board and I helped him. I helped him. And I suggested that he do an album. and he was gonna do it. And I said, yo, let's do an album. So he's like, I bet. So me and him sat down and we put together some records. We went to the studio, and I say, yo, we're gonna put together an album.
Mm-hmm.
So shout out to Codename Bells,
Mm-hmm.
and shout out to Nakim Home Team Entertainment. That's who he was signed to. One thing led to another. We put it together properly, and we packaged it properly, and shit was set up properly. And I had his album was about to drop, and I got a deal lined up for him, a real deal.
Yo.
Cause Capitol Records was hollering at him on the back end, so I had to connect at Capitol Records.
Yeah.
I hollered at her. She was like, "Oh, I know him. Boom, boom, boom. It's a done deal." And the day that he got killed was the day that I secured that the deal could be done. So the day, like, all right. So I made the connection. Yo, the deal gonna be done. I hit the person back. Yo, Nick just got shot. He's not gonna make it. But like the deal, so Nick passing is like, damn, like it would have been, we would have been where we had to be. Like, so that's like a heartbreak for me too. Yeah,
The
like,
same day he's supposed to.
He would have had a deal secured. The head A&R at Capitol Records was fucking with Nick. And I was gonna get that deal for him. And it would have been, I would have been his manager. He would have Home Team Entertainment. Shout out to my bro Nakim and Codename Bells, Zod Nation. He recorded everything, and I had put his album together. I sequenced it, put the skits, put everything where it needed to be, and that shit got reported. CNN reported, ABC, and like, you know what I mean? Long live Nick Blick, man. I love you. No matter what.
Flatbush, that's Flatbush right there.
Flatbush for real.
He had the superstar energy image, man. Damn, bro. All right. Next, we're gonna talk about the big topic at hand, man.
It's a big topic at hand?
Yeah, it's a big topic at hand.
It is?
All right. Let me see how I compose this one, right? First and foremost, right? Like, don't mix me. This is music. I'm just talking about the music, whatever. All right, boom. Let's go. The big record on the streets right now. What's the title of it?
The big record on the streets right now?
Yeah.
Gordo and Friends?
I guess so, bro. Marz, so the people want to know. This is not even me. Me too, though, but the people want to know. Like, why? Why that record? What's going on with this record, man? Like, you got to tell the story about why this record had to come out, bro.
I got to tell the story?
You got to do it, bro. People want to know, though. It's not, the people want to know for real.
Well, I named the track Gordo and Friends, right? But I was, it's about, the name of the track is Gordo and Friends, and it's about a dude that used to be my friend, but he always slighted me. You know what I'm saying? He always slighted me and shit. So I just had to like give him a little manas. I had to manas him and let him know, like,
come on, man.
Yo, boy. You know what I mean? And sometimes people be like, yo, though, that's your man's. But this is not a one-time thing. So I had to like let him know, homie, And Gordo and Friends is a podcast that I was on and that the homie was featured on. And the podcast namesake Gordo. So the reason why I name it Gordo and Friends is because it's Gordo and this is your friend, you know what I mean? So it's basically like, so what I had to do was I just had to let someone know that basically, like, stop talking about me online. Stop slighting me. Stop talking little side shit on your live about me. And, you know what I mean? Like, because this is what is on your plate. You know what I'm saying? Because you're supposed to be my man. At the end of the day, let's keep it simple. At the end of the day, right? If you consider someone a friend, can they go on live and say, "This nigga dizzy wavy. Nigga think he the wave god." Like,
You know what's crazy? Niggas did that before.
Can your friend do that?
Niggas did that before, but nah.
You wouldn't accept that, right?
Bro, niggas...
It could be a friend.
Nah. I got stories like that too. The bus had though. It was like on New Year's. Fuck it. I'm just not. This is just fuck it. I could say that I could relate to the topic. I go front. It was on New Year's one time, like 2023, whatever. I'm just, you know me. I'll be dressing up for New Year's, wearing suits and shit. So backstory to that. It was my man's brother. We're not really the brother. I'm not really cool for like that, but I know him. He cool. It's my man's. So me, I see him. Dap is love. But one day, I guess they asked for money. He asked for money and shit. I'm like, dub, like for me. Nah, I can't do that no more. Can't be giving niggas money all the time because now I'm seeing what's going on. It's like a leeching thing. Now on New Year's, I post a video. He go on the story. He's like, niggas want to be mobsters now. Niggas want to dress up. I put two and two together. Like, damn, bro. Like, cause I didn't want to give you money. Like, so it's like, so I understand, right? That's just a simple thing. It's
So
more,
it'd be
like,
random shit like that. So
when they, nah, fuck it. The people want to know what people were saying about you, Marz. What?
Listen, man. The man, plain and simple, the man went online and said like, "Yo, why a nigga name himself Big Flatbush? What makes him name himself Big Flatbush? Whatever. That type of like, and it's like, yo, if you was another rapper, or if you was someone in the hood that felt the way, I would probably address you the same way. But you're my friend. At the end of the day, I'm speaking about my friends. However, a friend was not supposed to do that to you. So that means that person is probably not a friend. So long story short, I felt the way because I expressed myself. To this friend prior about talking about me online. And he pushed it to the side. So I was like, you know what? I got something for you. And y'all niggas do this. And I rap. So I just rapped. And I spoke my truth in the music. And I said what I had to say.
I'm not gonna lie. Musically speaking, I'm smacked. My fault. A lot of lyrics, a lot of bars, and a lot of it's a lot of things that went over my head too. I don't wanna listen to the record. You know, that's how I'm saying. Say the song name again. I don't wanna.
The name of the song is Gordo and Friends.
On all platforms.
On all platforms, everywhere.
Listen, man.
Marz Money, Gordo and Friends.
Listen, man. Shout out to everybody, man. For me, listen. So let's go segue into this topic, man. Friendships, right? Let's just talk about friendships, though. Like, why do you feel like people be fake for? Like, why people gotta have the animosity in friendships nowadays? What's going on?
I think it's a childhood trauma thing, because some people that's friends, that's secure in their friendship, that don't play a part. But then there's some people that's like, in adulthood, they ain't where they want to be.
I go ahead. Okay.
They ain't where they want to be, and then they be attacking their own friends. So that's when that play a part. That's when that start coming.
I ain't gonna lie. The Big Flatbush name, I think that's.
You said what?
I think the Big Flatbush name, I ain't gonna front. That probably triggered a lot of people. I don't know.
Nah, I don't think I should, because at the end of the day, Big Flatbush is for everyone. I just took on the moniker as my username, but Big Flatbush is for everyone. If you're doing some Big Flatbush shit, I would write Big Flatbush under your comments.
Okay. So
Big Flatbush is for everyone. Anyone doing some Flatbush shit is Big Flatbush. And the funny thing is, right? Everyone that I like, you know, I'm still outside, so I see people in the streets and they tell me, rappers too, they've come and tell me, yo, bro, they've basically told me that, you saying yourself as Big Flatbush, that's not a problem. But at the end of the day, you know what I'm saying? You've been saying Flatbush for years. You've been saying Flatbush from when you first started rapping. And that's the reason why I started rapping. You feel me?
Yeah.
But I was surprised at the people that do rap that was saying, yo, you saying Big Flatbush. Like, you could say that. You could say you Big Flatbush. And I'm not trying to, like, take on no moniker because we all trying to be bigger than you know what I'm saying? We trying to be bigger than Flatbush, honestly.
Yeah.
But I say that to say that the people that I would expect to feel a way about me calling myself Big Flatbush was basically saying like, yo, you are Big Flatbush or you do put on for Flatbush, so we respect it regardless. And I respected that. Like, damn, a couple of dudes that rap, that really put on for Flatbush, told me like, what's wrong with you calling yourself Big Flatbush? And Big Flatbush is for everyone. So if you do certain shit that I'll be like, yo, that's Big Flatbush shit. No, what's wrong with that? And I don't feel like someone should have had, especially from your team. If you was on a block with me and you told me, if I was on a block with you and I said, why you call yourself Big Wavy? And you ain't wavy. That's something we could talk about. But I'm gonna go online and say, this nigga call himself Wavy. Fuck out of here. That's two different things. If we on a block talking about it,
there's a bun up, yeah.
There's a bun up. Exactly. You feel me? It's a bun up. It's a regular bun up. You feel me? But you online? Oh, so fuck me. So that was my, you know what I'm saying?
Damn, man. Oh. Yo, I want to tell you something. I grew up, man. This is back in the days, Marz. It would be totally different. But, but
what do you mean? You said if this was back in the days,
if this
the
is an
interview?
old me, I would be bugging like this.
Why?
Nah, but not like that. Not like that. It would have been more controversial shit, like for no reason.
So get crazy.
No. Not like that though. I'm just saying. But we don't talk. People don't know the artist and the businessman. So Incarceration though. I don't want to make it back to the dog.
Yeah, we could do that.
But talk about that. Like, how many years you did it for what? If you could talk about that. If the statute of limitations up and shit.
Nah, ain't no statute.
And what did you learn from that though?
Oh, it's a lot. You know what I'm saying?
And most importantly, what can you tell the youths? Yeah.
To get there. I did close to 7 years. I was sentenced to 8 years. You know what I'm saying? I was at the height of my career. I was doing good. Shit was lit. Then I got locked for a gun charge. You know what I'm saying? But this was my second gun charge, and it's just, you know, New York fucked up laws. Just having a gun, you know what I mean? Protecting myself.
Especially back then. I mean, still to this day.
You know what I'm saying? On defense. But I took it to trial and I blew.
You took it to trial.
I took it to trial and I blew. You know what I mean? Because, you know, I still maintain my innocence, illegal search and all of that. You know what I'm saying? But long story short, I was sentenced to 8 joints. I did about close to 7 off of that. I did 6 and change off of that. I got some good behavior time, so I got some time back and all that.
Just for the possession or
possession, because it's a blow trial. I was on probation for Hammer already.
Okay.
I was on 5 years probation for a gun. I did 6 months. And I was on 5 years
probation the second time.
for a gun. So this is my second gun. Okay. You know what I'm saying? So
and then the trial on top of that,
trial, whatever, this is that and the third. So, you know what I mean? I was in prison, did the prison thing, was up north, you know, my name Marz Money. I didn't go up north and change my name like other niggas. I didn't just randomly say I'm from this hood or that hood. Marz Money from Flatbush, you know? I kept it a stat because a lot of niggas don't do that. But anyway, you know what I'm saying? I did my time, and I came home, and I just got back to doing what I was doing. You know what I'm saying? Prior to me getting locked, shit was getting lit. A lot of the people that was like how we mentioned aforementioned Nipsey, Troy Ave, all these people end up casting over. All these niggas end up blowing up. But I got locked right at that moment. Wiz Khalifa, all the people I was in that kind of
mix.
I was in that mix. But I ended up getting locked and I ended up doing my time, you know what I'm saying? But I did my time and then you know, it was for that. I came home and I just got back to doing what I do. And you know, did my little, you know, sometimes your dreams gotta kind of alternate. Your dreams gotta kind of morph into something different, and that's what I do. Okay, and that's what I did. So,
nah, yo, bro. For me, happy you free right now, man. I know you say, I know you gonna stay free. I know that. So, the message to the youth about that, for the youth that's bugging right now in the streets, what can you tell them, man? Like, I know they probably don't want to hear, but still, you never know.
Jail shit is for derlicks, man. Jail is dirt. Listen, when you go to prison,
I got a story about that too, though.
When you go to prison, 95% of the people are derlicks. So you're gonna be like, damn, I'm in prison with this derlick nigga. You're gonna be your bunkie might be a derlick. So you might run into one or two or three officials.
This is Flatbush lingo. I don't even know what derlick is, but
you know what I'm saying. But
I mean, it's a word in the dictionary, but nobody uses it like Flatbush. So yeah,
you're gonna run into some weirdos. And you're gonna be like, damn, why am I here? Like, you're gonna feel away. You're gonna start like, damn. You're gonna compare yourself,
especially if you got years too. It's like, I gotta be here.
You're gonna compare yourself to someone and be like, damn, I'm like him.
At this moment, yeah, might as well be.
Moment. But
damn, son, that's an interesting thought right there.
I think young boys need to realize, like, oh shit, like jail is for the birds. Like how they say jail is for the birds.
Let me tell you something, man. Like, I'm Haitian, my family Haitian and shit. Like I said, I wasn't no street nigga, no gang, none of that. But I was around shit though, and I used to do little shit with niggas. I used to go to high school in Brownsville and shit. So now I come, whatever. My grandfather catch wind of what's going on. He told me, yo. Hey boy, you go to jail, I'm not getting you out. For me, you know what the first thing I thought about, bro? I'm like, damn, you can't get pussy in jail, bro.
That
sounds crazy, but I'm like, oh, you know what? Nah. I just started studying up, like off that thought alone. Not even my freedom, nothing. I just thought about.
That's a fact.
Women,
bro. That's smart for you to even.
Niggas need to start thinking about women, bro.
That's a fact. Because a lot of dudes.
Yeah, I don't want to be around men. Come on, bro. So you gotta do years around men. Backing yourself, pausing.
Imagine them young kids that just they go in, they 17, 18, they don't even know how to deal with a woman when they go to jail. But a jail
they don't want to hear it though.
Man, a jail shit is trash, bro.
Damn, bro. Just be on this topic, man. Let's talk about masculinity. So I seen you do a video of somebody on the street in the bush. I forgot their name. I'm sorry right now.
That's what's up. You in tune.
Yeah,
you in tune.
So I was talking about masculinity and all that, and I guess you was talking about men could cry, something like that. And you was just bunning it out like, nah, men shouldn't cry.
Yeah.
Let's talk about masculinity. Like, what's your thoughts on masculinity right now? Why do you think men shouldn't cry and all that?
Well, you speaking about my mentor.
Shout out to him.
Mentor. Shout out to Victorious.
Victorious.
Shout out to Victorious DaCosta, my mentor, filmmaker and DJ. You know what I'm saying? I was speaking on his own thing, but you were saying masculinity.
What's your thoughts on masculinity right now? And what made you say that men can't cry and all that in that video?
All right, because right now, like masculinity is being attacked by mainstream media, by politics and all of that stuff. Masculinity is being targeted, and like masculinity need to be protected right now. We need black fathers. We need structure in our community, and we let this guard down. And with the LGBTQ community,
I would know the letter sometimes.
Yeah, you know what I mean? With the LGBTQ community, with that and with the like with the kind of like I would say it's too much softness going on, and it's not bringing us back to the roots of
The essence.
the essence of that masculinity, and we need that in our community. We need that in the world, period. And I don't think we need to show these feelings and this is that and the third. I feel like we need to show men. I think men need to really like, you know what I'm saying? Like,
that's what Flatbush used to teach people. That's what Flatbush used to be like.
Exactly.
But now you see what's going on.
So
White people,
now
even gay people.
A lot of the shit that's going on,
Sorry,
I don't. It's not penetrating, and it's affecting the ideology of our of our neighborhood. You know what I'm saying?
Damn. So, what do you think could change though? What do you think can be? Okay, I know you run out the Crocs. A lot of young men wearing Crocs with the bonnets.
With the bonnet.
Nah, for real, that is crazy though, bro. Nah, I ain't gonna lie. That is, yo, bro. What's up with that, bro? I ain't gonna lie.
Yo.
looking like their mothers and their aunties and all that.
Yo,
what happens
bro,
to men dressing like men?
I see that shit on a daily basis.
People
bro,
were so whatless and careless now, bro.
bro.
Back in Flatbush days, they used to be fly, bro.
That's not what it is, bro.
Why nobody care?
What's wrong with these kids, bro? But I think COVID, all that shit played a part.
Ski mask, yeah.
All that shit played a part, but that shit is affecting. Like, I feel like I'll be the first person talking on these type of topics because a year or 2 years later, people be complaining about the shit that be disturbing them or whatever that's been going on and shit. But yo, bro, like we need to sturdy up as a community. As a community, we need to sturdy up. Like all that shit is wild, man.
Nah, we gonna go. All right, we gonna take it to now. Marz, we gonna take it to relationships, man.
Relationships.
Yeah. What do you think is the divide between black men? Not only black men, there's women and men in general, or races. It's not only a black men thing. What do you think is the divide right now between men and women, and what do you think could fix it? You heard? If you understand my question.
I think finances, like money, and the greed, like the man need to provide.
Oh, here we go. Okay, all right.
I feel like that is kind of the social media extremists pay for everything, and I think that is causing a divide amongst the
financial aspect and the entitlement.
The financial and the
hatred.
Yeah.
Past
I feel like
experiences.
that's instead of the family and the bonding and we in this together. We gonna in it to win it.
But you know what? You know how to say plan, right? They plan. We spoke about it earlier with the masculinity piece and all that. I say plan. Make the men weak. Make the women more stronger. And then this is where the divide is happening right now. No family, no black family. What does that mean? No more black children. What does that mean? No more black people. You know what I'm saying? So, you heard? So people don't think about these things. So
that's a fact. And like exactly what you're saying. Basically, a lot of like right now the black father is needed
more than ever.
More than ever in life right now. The black father is needed, and the government replaced the black father. So when the government could give you an apartment, when the government can give you food stamps, you don't need the black father. So that's why it's fuck that nigga. That's why it's
they could do it. They could do it on their own
baby
because
daddy.
That's crazy, man.
Fuck my baby daddy. Fuck my baby daddy. That's why because I know that the government is gonna give me a check, gonna give me a voucher.
They say that too out their own mouths. They be like, "Oh, back in the day, we not like our mothers and grandmothers because back then they needed a job. We don't need a job now." Word, they be saying that out their mouth.
But the world need to go back to where like
always
the
say
man
that
can hold the crib down, the mom can take care of the children. The dad is getting paid enough to hold the crib down. That's what we need to get back to.
I'm gonna come clean with you, Marz. Yo, I'm gonna be the first one to say it, man. because I'm in a relationship and shit. But yo, that's my ultimate goal, right? I do that now for the most part. I pay the things as a man should, right?
Mm-hmm.
But yo, man, the way society and the economy running, bro, man, them need help, bro.
No. Don't get it
Yo,
twisted.
listen, I'm not. Yo, that's all right.
Man, Oman have to work. Oman have to right now.
Yeah, I'm trying to. Yeah,
we gotta put it together. No, don't get it twisted. Right now, man, Oman have to work. Oman have to work too.
They don't want to though. I'm not saying my situation. I'm just saying in general. My situation's sturdy. God bless.
A lot of
but I'm
women,
saying in general.
listen, a lot of women that this is another thing. Online is a fib. You got a lot of women that say I ain't doing this. It's women that's paying all their bills. If the nigga came through and said I got 50, they're
You think so?
yes, hell yeah.
Why do you think that?
Hell yeah. Ain't no woman that's paying 100% and a nigga pull up and saying I got 50.
I don't know.
They're not turning that
Wait,
down.
so you think that's just a social media topic?
That's a social media bullshit.
In real life is a...
In real life, they not turning that down. They need that. They need that.
That's crazy.
And
I think so too, though, when I think about it.
listen, there are men that should go 50. And when we say 50-50, we saying 50-50 on bills. We're not talking about the male, the person that's like we men, bro. We cover the bill. If it's a bill at the restaurant, we gonna cover the bill.
Oh, yeah.
If it's gas and we gonna cover the gas.
Yeah, it's a basic.
Certain shit like that. But for saying that a man is there and he want help, a woman gonna take that all day. Don't let these women tell you like if he not gonna do nah. That's cap.
Nah.
If a man is there to help, a woman gonna take that help.
I ain't gonna lie.
Help and good dick, you be. A woman gonna take that.
The Bumble Clyde. Yo. Hold on, man.
Mm-hmm.
Wait, my fault. I think you're right, man. I didn't think, no. I think it's a social media thing. People talk
It's
social media.
It's a social media thing.
People just want to be in the conversation. And
it's definitely a social media thing.
So, yeah, I think a lot of them are not getting that from men. They're not even on dates. I already see that because, I observe people's behavior on social media. I just observe, bro. Because everything that people say on social media is kind of a truth to it, So I think a lot of men not even taking them on dates. They're not even doing the basic bare minimum, so...
That's crazy.
So, like you said, if a man was to come like, yo, you know what? I'm gonna take you on dates and I got 50 on whatever you need, I think they're gonna be with it. You right. Damn. All right, son. So next topic though. Back to the music, man. New project. What's the name of the new project? When is it dropping? What can we expect from the project?
The new project is Big Flatbush.
You see, Marz, is why people kind of hate you because you see, you keep putting the title of the project, you naming it on your IG. So you naming yourself that. This is why.
The name of the new project is Big Flatbush, and that wasn't planned. The real project that I was about to drop was called Educated Thug Music. Okay. But so that's gonna be the project right after. It's gonna come right after. But the new project is Big Flatbush, and it's like you provoked me to make this project. You know what I'm saying? I was provoked to make this project, but. The new project is Big Flatbush, and it's just straight Flatbush music.
So what can we expect from it? How many tracks is it gonna be? You think who's gonna be on it?
I got.
Yeah, I want to be on that shit.
I got features on it. I got everybody that's featured on it is from Flatbush, and it's records that I got out and records that's gonna.
You need Yazir, you need SPNB Bills on that. You need Yeah.
Nah, that's more like shit that's to be developed.
Okay.
Shout out to them.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? But this is shit that's like, this is Marz Money, Big Flatbush shit.
Okay.
But they could be Flatbush flatliners. SPNB Bills is a Flatbush flatliner. He on that shit. Shout out to my nigga Young Amsterdam. He on the Young Amsterdam mixtape.
Okay.
So we got music with everybody and shit.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? But the album, Big Flatbush, I got a couple features on there. but it's definitely about the whole Flatbush vibe and me, and, you know.
So when is that expected to drop?
As ASAP. By the time this podcast drop, it probably be dropping that week or the week after.
You know what's good about you? I want to add this in there too. You're a graphic designer, so you can make your own covers. You can make your own shit. You don't even need I gotta wait for the designer. You can make your own joint. You your own
cooking.
like business model. That's crazy.
Yeah, we cooking. We getting shit done.
All you need to do is record your own videos. You lit, nigga.
That's it.
And produce and engineer.
In reality, I do all that shit. You know what I'm saying?
Sheesh. So y'all heard it, man. Big Flatbush, a project from Big Flatbush himself, Marz Money. You heard. Mm-hmm. So listen, man. I think we're gonna leave it there, man. I ain't gonna lie. So, unless you got more to say, you got anything more to add?
You tell me what you got more to say. You might have more to say.
Nah. Listen. I'm smacked, bro. I ain't gonna. Listen. If y'all like what y'all see, leave a like for the G's, man. If you love your kid, comment and share, subscribe. You already know the vibes, man. Ghetto Gospel is Weeby Taylor, Marz Money. You know, Big Flatbush. We out, bro. Bow.